Hi, Dominique. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Aniyah Brooks. I am a career coach with the MoCo CAP program. I am the career coach at two middle schools, which is Parkland Magnet Middle School and Earl B. Wood Middle School, located both in Rockville. And I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview you and, dive deeper into your careers and learning more about you. We could start off by you telling me about yourself and your professional background.
Of course, of course. And thank you for this opportunity as well to speak about myself and my business as well.
Mhm.
A little bit about myself. I am a upcoming licensed female barber in the DMV, and I also travel. I travel to accommodate my customers, their busy schedules, life in general. Maybe just not want to be around a lot of people. Maybe just want more of that one-on-one time with their barber. So I do provide that service. I am hardworking. I'm dedicated. I have high integrity. I really value that part of my character, and I'm ambitious. Also self motivated, and I go after what I want, and I accomplish that thing. If I want it to happen, it will happen, and I'll make sure I work as hard and do everything that I have to do and be dedicated to make it happen.
I love that you said that you're really big on integrity and you're very ambitious. Those are two words that I use as well to describe myself, not just in my work path, but overall in general. And so I really, really like that. My second question for you today is what motivated you to pursue this career path?
What motivated me to pursue this career path was seeing the change in people's emotions, see the change in how they walk, talk, and just their confidence level skyrocket. A lot
Mhm,
of people, they sometimes feel how they look. You ever heard that? And when you look bad or you feel like you look bad, you really don't feel,
mhm,
you know what I'm saying, like you are going to have a good day or things are going to go right. But when you look good and you feel good, the sun is out, even if it rains, you don't care. Like you
mhm.
just know you look good, so you decide to feel good. So I love making people feel good about themselves. People come in from long, stressful days, and when they leave me or I leave them after cutting their hair and then just enhancing their look, they're just happier than ever. Like they ready to go outside and go grocery shopping, not knowing what to get. You know what I'm saying? So that that motivated me to want to go further in this career path. It also allowed me to better myself. With barbering, you really have to be pretty, what's the word? You just have to know what you're doing. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know different angles. You have to know what's right for your customer. Let's say the customer comes in, they don't know what's going on. For me to be able to give somebody a new look or to do exactly what they want, that inspires me because that lets me know that I can, at the end of the day, from a haircut to someone in politics, I can change the world with one person at a time. So that's what motivates and inspires me as well.
I love that. And how do you stay updated with the latest trends and developments in your industry? The world evolves, people evolves, trends come and go.
Yes. So with that, social media will be your best friend. I know this is probably one fear in the world of my parents with social media just being like the biggest thing that people go to for things. But like you said, the world changes every day, and social media is one way that people interact, they connect, they find new things, they see what they may have been interested in that they didn't know about, but from looking at a TikTok or a YouTube video, they figure that out. So I have to keep up with all the latest trends from new type of haircuts, new type of clippers, new products to use, more better products to use, um and my marketing skill has to be up as well. I can't just have a page that looks like it's cluttered and unorganized. Even my page and from the bio to the pictures have to be organized. It has to be eye catching. It has to be something that people may not get it cut from, but will tell somebody else about, or just a simple repost to help your business or brand expand. So social media was definitely something that I had to lock in with because I knew that that could change my life as well and could bring me different customers from all over, not just the DMV area.
Yes, and social media is the huge marketing platform. Literally everything is on social media. You can look up almost anything and figure out how to do it or know about it. So I definitely agree with that one.
Yes.
And what specific educational training prepared you for your career?
So when I first started, I've been cutting for 3 years. My first year starting, I was looking on YouTube and TikTok and mimicking other people that I saw cut as well, like on Instagram and stuff. And I learned from that. I learned that, you know what I'm saying, what a pushback was, how to do certain type of fades, from the C cups, the straight lines, the different just like there's different designs that people may like, how not to cut too far back or too far up, blading, blending and fading, all that I learned off YouTube and TikTok and
Mhm.
Instagram. But that was only good for the moment. It was only good for what I had going on. If I want to become bigger and greater, and you have to go to some type of learning criteria and get some type of license certification. So right now, I am currently with a master barber, and with that, it's a little bit easier to me than school. You don't go through all the like the practice test and the you're more hands on than you
Mhm.
are paper. School is both, so I don't disregard school.
Mhm.
I've been doing it for a little while, so I know that I'm more advanced than somebody that would just be coming into a school. So I'm
Mhm.
doing the master barber aspect of it, and what that does basically is I'm still gonna be doing the learning aspect as far as the book, learning the sanitation skills of it, as far as like sanitizing my clippers, making sure that everything that I have is clean and disinfected, so that whenever I'm cutting different people's hair, it's not going on to the next person, how to do better in things that I think I'm good at, but I know I can improve on, and just being more hands on. And from that, I'll collect enough hours to be able to go take my state test. And after I get my state test done and out the way and I pass that, I will then be a licensed barber. So I'm kind of, you know what I'm saying, do a little quicker than most because I have been doing this a little bit longer and I was kind of self-taught, but just to get my skills better and, there's always room for improvement. I'm going through the master barber to become licensed and to also bring in more clientele as well. More people that would trust me knowing that I am licensed and certified to do what I'm supposed to do.
Yes, it's always room for improvement. I feel the same. And how do you continue to learn and grow professionally? And how do you like make time for that improvement? Or how do you perfect that improvement when you realize it's something that you need to improve?
So criticism wasn't always my biggest thing. I hated when people came back and told me, "Oh, you could have done better with this," or "You could." I was like, "Could I have?" Or did I just do it just the way that I wanted to? But the older you get, the more mature you get, you understand that criticism is what builds your improvement. Criticism is what helps you learn and to be different and to do things differently. So I took more, I made it more comfortable for my clients to criticize me more and to correct me more for me to be able to grow. So, for example, if I was cutting somebody's hair and let's say I was giving them a shape up at the end, and this one shape up was a little bit one size lower than the other side,
Mhm.
I will let them look at the mirror, let me know what's going on. They'll tell me what side is what and what to do from then on, and that way I'll perfect it. So the next person that I cut, I know that okay, I have to go straight along the lines, only pushing anything back to kind of just trim the hair to make it straight, in a sense. So yeah, criticism. That's a big thing. Um, yeah,
Yeah, criticism is a little tough. It could be tough for everyone, which I totally
especially when
understand.
you think you know what you're doing, it's like,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah, definitely. So how do you, well, before we get to that, I hear that you talk about, helping people and, um, what motivated you to, start this career path. Um, and it just seemed like it's just always about just like making others happy. So how do you balance that out? How do you balance your work responsibilities with personal life?
So I really don't balance the two. The type of job that I have and the type of small business that I'm trying to create, they're going to intertwine with each other. It's going to be parallel on the same path because I love what I do. When you love what you do, you don't look at it as a job. You look at it as something you love doing. You know what I'm saying? That's not a burden on you. It's not stressful. It does have its rough days, but so does your personal life too. So
True.
I intertwine my life, my personal life, and my work life together just to make it all easier. Because when I'm out on my personal life, work ends up coming up. I can find my new client if I'm out to eat or something. You know what I'm saying? Just by talking and being in the atmosphere because I'm in my personal life. Because I love my job, it's never going to be two separate lives. They're all one. I'm all one person. And if they end up not working out or becoming too much, I'll figure out why, because that's not how it started, and I know that's not how it can end as well. I can have my cake and eat it too sometimes when it comes to work and life, and it
Mhm.
actually making sense.
Which that leads into my next question, which you kind of already answered. But it was like, well, I wanted to know, how do you handle stress or pressure in your day-to-day work? And I understand you said that, you know, work doesn't really stress you out because it's something that you love, and it's work is a part of your everyday life. But everything has its good and bad days. So on days that you are extremely stressed and you don't feel like cutting hair, you don't want to get up, you're not motivated, or you have a lot of other things going on where, maybe cutting hair today is just not something you don't want, it's not something you can do, or you feel like you can't do it, but you have to. How
Mm.
would you like handle that stress or that pressure?
So I'm gonna give an example. My slow days. When I have my slow days, those are my biggest stressors because I'm always asking myself, what's going on? What did I do wrong? And like questioning me. So those be my most stressful times is when things are slow, customers really are rolling in as fast as I'm used to it. Um, and let's say I do get one client that day and it's like, all right, it's slow. What would motivate me is to just know like, okay, it's slow, but I have that one person that wants to get cut. This right here is your job. We all have jobs where it may be 95 degrees outside and you don't want to go to work. You want to be outside, but you have a commitment, you have a job to something that you signed up for, and you have to push through. Because
Mhm.
once you push through, you are going to feel good. It's like going to the gym. People dread going to the gym, but after that good workout, it's like, all right, I'm glad I went to the gym. It was hard. I'm tired, but I feel good. I found my why. I know my reasoning, and a solution came afterwards. I lost maybe 5 pounds. I see my six pack come back a little bit. Or for me, I saw a person smile. I made somebody feel and look good. So you just have to just talk to yourself and really be self motivated to just want to keep going.
Mm. Can you share an experience where you had to quickly learn a new skill or technology for a project?
Yes. So when I first started cutting, all I had was clippers, alcohol, and my my dryer. So I don't have the like the little brush to wipe it up. I had the blow dryer. So once I realized that I needed scissors, a razor, a comb, pick, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get on this real fast. It's not just a simple haircut. Like you have to disinfect this stuff, you have to clean it, you have to be organized. I got a bag. Like I had to really learn quick and to get my stuff together because I can't just be walking around with clippers and a comb and think that's it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Clients
Mhm.
expect more, they're used to more, you have to do more to get more. So I had to quickly get on and research what I needed, the products that I needed for different hair types, different hairstyles. So that was one thing I had to really know quickly.
Yeah, definitely for the different hair types, and what works for what client may not work
Hmm.
for the next one. So definitely. And what was a difficult decision that you had to make during your professional career? How did you navigate yourself to make that decision?
A difficult. That's a really good question. I think it's just the diversity. Like it's not just I'm not just the only barber in the world. And it was difficult to know that some people are gonna probably use me as their last resort because their barber is unavailable. And that was difficult for me because you don't want to feel like a rebound. You don't want to feel like you're somebody's last option or like your work isn't that good. So that was a very difficult time that I still go through now. You know what I'm saying, with my slow days or with people just wanting to explore me and try me out. And you just gotta just like I said, you just gotta push through. That has to be a part of like your self motivating. Look in the mirror and give yourself affirmations to know that you are good, know that you're worth it, and one day your business will prosper. It's just one difficult time in my life where it's still difficult now, but I'm learning how to work through it and how to keep going. Because before I really was very discouraged and almost wanted to quit, but I found my why, I got my reasoning, and it's life.
Which leads into my next question. How do you continue to learn and grow professionally? As you stated, you have good days, bad days. How do you like just continue to fight through the bad days and not let it overwhelm you or make you feel like, is this the career for me?
Honestly, I talk to my peers, and when you have real friends who tell you real things, it just hits different. I talked to
Hmm.
one of my friends the other day. She's a female barber as well, and I told her I wanted to quit because my day was just too slow, and I don't know like what's going to happen, what's going on. And she was honest with me. She was like, "I have slow days too. I be want to quit too." But nobody will ever know that because she keeps going, she keeps pushing. You know what I'm saying? She don't show people the bad all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because some people they do be praying on your downfall. So you gotta be careful with always showing them that you're discouraged or you want to get up, that you know what I'm saying, you want to quit or not do it no more. Because they'll encourage that then to keep going. She realizes her why, and she has to realize that this is a part of a business. Every day is not going to be a good day. But those bad days, you have to make them good some way, somehow, even if it's just practicing, even if it's reading a book on how to make more money or how to get more clientele from this one business by doing other multiple things around it. So, like my grandma always said, and my dad too, there's always more than one way to get to a destination. You may not know that this way could take you that way if you don't go there. Or the GPS may tell you go right here and then it's rerouting you somewhere else that you've never been. You have to trust that you're going to get to that destination no matter which way you go, no matter how hard it is. You could have taken the easy route. Maybe that wasn't a part of your plan. Maybe you had to go through a storm to see that rainbow. And that's okay, as long as you keep going and you don't stop. So, yeah, definitely talking to my peers and them just being real back with me. You know what I'm saying? Really giving me some real information and feedback.
I definitely like that you said when you were talking to your peers, she really just know like her why. It was about like finding her why and knowing why she's doing this, why she chose this career path. I do think that's very important no matter what you're doing, is just knowing your why. Because when you know your why, it's like through your hard days or whatever, you can still, you know, fight through it and find different alternatives. Like you said, your grandma and your dad said, every path is not the same. So I definitely do agree with that.
Yeah.
And what was your dream job when you were in middle or high school, and how did it change over time?
My dream job was to be in the WNBA or to be a firefighter. The WNBA, that dream got smashed real quick. Um, Once I got humbled and realized I wasn't the best, I'm a good basketball player, but I'm not the best. I was just like, I gotta do something else because I'm not about to be competing against 1,000 people on this court, and then I'm doing all this work and I don't get picked. Like that was my mindset. But that's why I'm glad I grew up and I realized that I may have had to go through all of that practice, all of that competition to get where I wanted to be. But when you're young and want something fast and you see the goal and it's right there, you just want it, and it don't happen, you just get discouraged. But firefighting, I still can do, and I still think about doing that. It's like even with having a shop in the fire stations, like coming and cutting different fire people's hair, like firefighters' hair, like I would do that. Like that's still up in the air with me, and still I want to do in my job. But the WNBA, man, that got smashed real quick. But I still love playing basketball. I just want to go that far.
Yeah, I think the firefighter idea would be amazing. Maybe one day, who knows, you'll be cutting women in the WNBA.
Who knows? I might be a firefighter and barber cutting people in the WNBA and
Yes,
NBA.
I believe you could do it all.
I appreciate that.
And if you could work anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? Like literally anywhere in the world, where would you work?
I will work in Fiji in my villa on the beach from home. Like I will that villa will be my home. I will be in Fiji and I will be an entrepreneur doing work on my computer, making money like that, and then jumping right into that beach water. I do not plan on working for anybody, but yeah, that's my dream. I'm working towards that.
Why did you choose Fiji out of all places?
Fiji has always been a place that I wanted to go since I was a kid. Like the clear blue water. Mind, there's a lot of countries out here that have clear blue waters, nice sand, but clear blue water. I think they have pink sand in some parts of Fiji. The tropicalness of it and just the peace. Like it just looks so peaceful beyond words. Like, yeah.
I want to experience Fiji as well. Never been there. I've been a lot of places, just not there.
Yeah.
And what's the coolest project or task you've ever worked on in your job?
Building my portfolio.
Mm.
It was really good because I got to reflect on my own work and really see where I started and where I'm at now. And that's just amazing to see growth and improvement, even when you don't think it's there. Looking back and reflecting on yourself, it's a beautiful thing.
Like that. And this is the last question, Dominique.
Mhm.
What impact does your work have on the community or the world?
I think my work has a great impact on both. I also cut less fortunate hair as well. I believe that they deserve to find confidence and be happy as well with themselves and how they look at themselves, even though they may not be in the best predicaments. They still are human just like us, and we already make them feel bad by just our little sneaky comments we make or ignoring them or not wanting to talk as if they aren't just normal people like how we are. So I cut this one guy named Steve's hair. Steve is mean. He was mean. He'll cuss you out in a minute. And one day I was asking him if he wanted a haircut because I had my second pair of clippers in the car. So I was like, okay. He said, okay, he wanted to do it. I said, all right, when I get off work. Steve never waits past 1 or 2. Like he's always off that stoop around that time. He waited until I got off my shift and wanted his haircut. He had the biggest smile on his face after I cut his hair. Like it just really warmed my heart. I didn't even know his name. Like he would always just make smart remarks when people ask him, like when I ask him about himself and things like that. Because I don't look at less fortunate people as I don't look at myself. I think they're fortunate as well. They're blessed to see all different types of people and learn different things. I feel like people like that have the best advice to give you because they've been through so much and they still are strong enough to be here, you know?
Mhm.
So I cut his hair. He had a smile on his face. He was walking around like he got all the money in the world. Like this was my haircut. He felt like the man, and I love that because he deserves to feel like that. Everybody deserves to feel like they are that woman or that man and the best version of themselves, no matter what you're going through. So I feel like that both helps my community and the world because I believe one haircut at a time or one good deed at a time can make the world a better place. So
Absolutely love that, Dominique. Like, yes, I'm all for helping less fortunate as well. That was just the highlight of the interview for me. But as we
thank
come to
you.
the end of this interview, thank you for allowing me to interview you. You were amazing. You did great. Is there any questions you have for me?
I don't, but just keep doing what you're doing. Career coaches impact the world as well. They're a little bit more behind the scenes, but behind the scenes is they play a big part in the world as well. So continue to do what you do, continue to help kids get where they need to go, in the right places, and to also find their happiness as well. So thank you as well.
Thank you so much. And you have an amazing rest of your day. And I hope everything goes well. And I pray your business many, many, much success.
Same to you.